Hello, my name is Julia. I'm an empath, expert, and life coach. And today I'd like to explain why I use the word empath. The real technical definition would be highly sensitive person, HSP, but I use the word empath because my handle is already long as it is. Highly sensitive people are more or less a fifth of our population as a species, and they're present in many species. Their function within biological design for survival are to be able to detect danger and communicate it. Predators, things that don't end up in the environment. We are the canary in the mine, and we help others realize things in the environment and within ourselves that might go undetected but are very important to take into consideration. Highly sensitive people have traits that are described by the acronym DOES, DOES, as in depth of processing, overwhelm to stimulus, empathy, and sensorial sensitivity. Depth of processing is related to deep thinking, reflection, self-reflection, capacity to connect the dots, to detect patterns intuitively, and the need to understand, the need to go deeper, the need to question everything. Overwhelm to stimulus means that we don't do well in loud environments, itchy fabric, rough textures, beeping machines, rough smells. Generally speaking, in any environment where a lot of stimuli are present without a meaning connected to them. Empathy, the title of this video, the capacity to feel deeply, to feel other people's emotions, to resonate with them, the desire to heal, to support, and the aversion to cruelty, superficiality, shallowness, and teasing the weak. We don't like that. Sensorial sensitivity, deeply connected to overwhelm to stimulus, but also a very positive trait, since we are very sensitive to beauty. We notice harmony, authenticity, we notice details. We are wired for enjoying the beauty of art, the beauty of good behavior, and the desire to align with those. Why is this trait a blessing in disguise? I guess all highly sensitive people have been told many times in their life that we think too much, that we're too sensitive, that we should get over things quicker. It's not a big deal. It might be true sometimes, but in general, I tend to believe that thinking deeply is better than not thinking enough. I believe that being deeply sensitive is better than being insensitive and cruel and uncaring. And we need to process things completely rather than leaving ghosts inside ourselves and going around jumping at any trigger rather than actually dealing with the issues at the bottom of everything. We need to watch out and not allow predators to take advantage of us, or even in general give too much of ourselves. We need to protect our sensitivity and our empathy and try not to get overwhelmed and completely consumed by other people's problems. At the beginning of our journey, we might need also to learn what is ours and what is not, to learn to put boundaries to our empathy and availability, to avoid becoming responsible for everyone's inner life. But once we learn to do so, we can be excellent coaches, psychologists, helpers, mediators, as well as work in the arts, interior design, even customer service. Every role where we can channel our sensitivity, our interest for beauty and harmony, our desire to do things well and to create harmony and to see people serene and happy and resolved in the process for self development, healing, and growth. It takes planning, it takes embracing our characteristics, which are not a condition, it's not an illness, it's a gift. It's a gift that is sometimes difficult to manage, especially if we are in environments where stimuli are too many and too strong, environments that are very violent, very loud, very brash, sarcastic, and cruel. We need, as I said, to learn to put boundaries to our empathy. We need to learn to be able to say, I don't care. Very hard to do. Sometimes necessary though, to avoid being exploited all the time. And we need to plan, to choose, to select, to take time off, to build an environment within our homes that is very peaceful, very clean and quiet and tidy. We need to be surrounded by people who appreciate us, we can rely on, that are authentic, that want the best for us, and who accept our gift as well as our limits. I think that being a highly sensitive person is fundamental for the way I work and for the type of work I do. And I'm really happy that all of my self healing, development, growth I've done over the years has led me today to be able to sustain and contain and support other people's emotional investigations and growth without being swept away and without feeling completely depleted and overwhelmed. It took me quite a lot of work, but it is absolutely possible, I promise you. And it's for the best, for others and for ourselves, for mutual harmony and honesty and pleasant atmosphere of the life we choose to lead. If you enjoy this content, you might be interested in this video about abstract vision boards and how they can be better than a traditional one. And if you'd like individual sessions with me with an intuitive approach to coaching, please book a spot through my website. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next Saturday. Ciao.